Man, listen, first and foremost, hopefully y'all having a wonderful day. And I just got to get this off my chest, man. About dang on time. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you rocking with your boy. Now, let me just get to this right off the bat. Finally, the Vikings say no to Aaron Rodgers. According to Tom Pelissero, and J.J. McCarthy will be the starter for the Minnesota Vikings in 2025. And I'm so happy this came out. You know, it's so many mixed reports. I'm going to go with Tom Pelissero. I think he's right. Adam Schefter has his own opinion as well. And he came out, I think, yesterday talking about that Aaron Rodgers is literally just waiting for the Vikings to make a decision. And according to Tom Pelissero, the Vikings made the decision and they're leaning towards, they're going with J.J. McCarthy for the starting quarterback. And I'm so happy we can finally just forget this conversation. Like, I'm tired of talking about it, to be honest with you. But it's a topic that needed to be spoke about because this is a big deal. This is the most important position on the Vikings. We can have the trenches together. We can have a great team all the way around. But if you don't know what the heck who your quarterback's going to be, that's a big question mark for your team. But we know the Minnesota Vikings will be having the next Tom Brady at quarterback, J.J. McCarthy. He's going to be our starter. And let me just read the quotes because he tweeted this literally probably like 2 to 3 hours ago. Here, let me just get to a good spot. So this is what he said exactly, right? All right, let's get to it. So he said, all right, so according to Tom Pelissero, the Vikings have rejected, also the Minnesota Vikings rejected multiple, y'all, trade offers for J.J. McCarthy and telling they're moving forward with J.J. McCarthy. They believe in J.J. McCarthy, in other words. And also he said that, what else? To say that the team plans to add veteran, but they're not pursuing Aaron Rodgers at this time. JJ will be the number one quarterback this offseason. He'll be the number one quarterback, meaning he's going to be the starter. So I like that, man. I'm so happy that this news came out for the Minnesota Vikings because I'm going to keep it all the way real with you. This was starting to get to the point where it got annoying. This type of news, you can't, like, in my opinion, the offseason kind of just started in a way, but still, I don't want to be talking about Aaron Rodgers, 41 years old. I'm not saying he's a bad quarterback, but they looking at Aaron Rodgers like he's the old Aaron Rodgers. He's not the same. And I would have been like, this would have been the biggest mistake in Minnesota Viking history to not play J.J. McCarthy right now. This is his second year of his rookie deal, and this is the reason why we got a quarterback. We traded up for the 10th overall pick in the 2024 NFL draft to play a J.J. McCarthy. Shout out to you in the building. Shout out everybody in the building. If you haven't already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're rocking with your boy, if you're a Minnesota Viking fan, or if you're just rocking with the vibes, hit that like button. But yeah, it's just like, it would have been the biggest mistake in Minnesota Viking history because you didn't just draft J.J. McCarthy 10th overall to just sit on the bench for a couple of seasons. You know what I mean? Why would you do that? That would make no sense. The reason why we got the team we have right now, because we don't have to pay a starting quarterback $40 million, 30-something plus $million a year. We can give that money to players to build around our rookie quarterback so we can have a chance to win a Super Bowl. That's the end all. Unless you got a Josh Allen, unless you got a Patrick Mahomes, a Jalen Hurts, and there's a couple other quarterbacks, you're not paying them that big money because it's just not worth it, to be honest with you. As an Eagles fan, I am excited to see JJ. I can't shout out to you, bro, and congratulations for y'all winning the Super Bowl, bro. I'm actually a Sixer fan and a Phillies fan. I'm from Pennsylvania, but I'm a Viking fan. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I'm a Viking fan from PA is because of the great Randy Moss. And if you are a Sixers fan or a Phillies fan, I have another YouTube channel called, it's the same name as this channel, but you add a balling to the end. So it's Mike Sports Vibes Balling. And that's pretty much my other channel that I talk about the Sixers and the Phillies. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Truly appreciate y'all. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. I truly appreciate it. Trying to get to my first 2,000 subscribers on this channel. So shout out to each and every one of y'all. And as always, God bless. But getting back to what I was saying. Tom Pelissero, I'm so glad he came out with this news, man. Because it was getting to the point where it's just like, yo, I can't believe we're even talking about this. But it would have been the biggest mistake. Because I feel like, and I said this multiple times, I feel like J.J. McCarthy is literally, could literally be the next great quarterback in the NFL because of the it factor. There's certain players that just have it, and there's certain players that just don't. There's certain players that just have it when it counts, and there's certain players that just don't. Yes, there's certain players that can put up great numbers throughout the regular season. You know what I mean? Pro Bowl numbers throughout the regular season. But when the playoffs comes around, they choke. They fall apart. They fall on their face. Every level that J.J. McCarthy played in, he balled out. In high school, he won a championship. In college, he won a championship. In the NFL, he's about to get the first Super Bowl in Minnesota Viking history. He's about to get us a Super Bowl, bro. I truly believe that. And I believe in J.J. McCarthy. And if you remember preseason last season against the Raiders, he was balling out. So I just can't wait, man. I just can't wait. I'm just so happy that Tom Pelissero finally came out with this news because honestly, it was actually shocking that nobody really came out to be like, yo, the Vikings are not worrying about Aaron Rodgers. We're not worrying about Aaron Rodgers. We're worrying about, only quarterback that we're worrying about is J.J. McCarthy's developing into the quarterback we think he can be, and our second string quarterback that might be Joe Flacco. Other than that, we're not worrying about Aaron Rodgers. Yes, Aaron Rodgers would dream to be in the purple and gold because he knows what type of team we have. But for us to take a step back, even though people might think that we're taking a step forward with a 41-year-old quarterback that hasn't really done anything these last couple of years, it has been going through injuries these last couple of years. Why would you do that? And then you got to think of it like this. If you was to sign an Aaron Rodgers, then what do you think J.J. McCarthy would think? How do you think his confidence would be? So I'm just happy that this is J.J. McCarthy's team. The Vikings finally say no about dang on time. I think they should have been said no, but at least they did. At least they finally said no and said, Aaron Rodgers, go to the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers, go to the Giants. Aaron Rodgers, go to anybody but us. Because the Vikings are rocking with J.J. McCarthy. That's you know what I'm saying? It's all about what injuries we have now. We stay healthy. We all should be excited for this year. At least we enter this season with some respect. Facts, bro. And look, I'm one of those super optimistic fans, bro. What's your name? Robert Nelson. I'm one of those super optimistic fans, and I'm gonna believe. I believe that we're gonna stay healthy this whole season. Yes, there's gonna be some injuries. Obviously, it's football, but I'm gonna be optimistic, and I think we're gonna be healthy at key positions throughout the year, and I feel like we're going to be good. We just have to prove to the world that we're the real deal. Because I had a video like 2 days ago. I said the Vikings won the offseason, in my honest opinion. But it's not about winning the offseason. It's about winning the dang on Super Bowl. And nobody's going to believe in the Vikings until we prove everybody wrong. And this is coming from a diehard Viking fan. Yes, I feel like this is the best team that I have seen in a while. I'm not going to say the best team I've ever seen, but it's one of the best Viking teams that I have seen because I believe in J.J. McCarthy. The best team that I seen with the Vikings, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all, was 2009 with Brett Favre when they had Pat Williams, Kevin Williams, Chad Greenway, Antonio Winfield, Adrian Peterson. If y'all remember who Adrian Peterson is, I actually have his autograph on my wall. One of the best running backs of all time. I think that was the closest since I've been a Viking fan that we could have got to the Super Bowl and actually won it. But, things happen. The Saints won that Super Bowl. I don't even want to talk about it, but y'all get my drift. This team right here is built to win. And by the way, if everybody's in the building, can y'all please hit the like button to get the stream out and consider subscribing to the channel. I cover the Minnesota Vikings. I cover NFL pretty much. Primarily, I cover just the Minnesota Vikings. But if you're rocking with your boy, even if you're not a Viking fan, consider subscribing, trying to get to my first 2,000 subscribers. And if we go against any of your teams, I'm telling y'all right now, I don't care if you're a Lions fan, you could be subscribed, any fan base. We're going to beat the brakes off of y'all. I'm letting y'all know. I invite all the smoke. You know what I mean? This channel is to bring fan bases together. It doesn't matter if you're a Cowboys fan, Eagles fan, don't matter what fan base you are a part of. When we play y'all, I'll be live. I do play-by-play for mostly not even mostly. I do play-by-play for all the Minnesota Viking games. So when we play y'all, it's definitely going down, and we're going to talk that talk. You know what I mean? So I invite the smoke, but just make sure y'all hit the like button if you're in the building. Truly appreciate it. Love the team, but I'm a Texans fan. I feel the injuries with Tank Dell. Yeah, man, injuries is a big part of the NFL, And me as look, I'm going to keep it real with you, man. The last, I'm going to say 3-4 years being a Viking fan has been very tough. Having Kirk Cousins, not trying to bring Kirk Cousins in here in this conversation, because we have good news that the Vikings are finally moving on from they're moving on from any quarterback. They're moving on to the quarterback they drafted in 2024, J.J. McCarthy. But getting back to Kirk Cousins, like the whole Kirk Cousins thing, and everybody was like, Mike, you're hating on Kirk Cousins. I never was hating on Kirk. But Kirk didn't do nothing in the playoffs. Kirk put a lot of great numbers up during the regular season. But I care about postseason. Yes, let me just put this out here. Kirk Cousins put up better numbers than Jalen Hurts in the regular season when he was with the Vikings, right? But guess who won a Super Bowl? Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl. So what would you rather have? Regular season stats or play great when it counts the most? And yes, I understand. The Eagles had an all-around great team. I understand it. But if you're getting paid those big dollars, right? If you're getting paid those big dollars, I expect you to cover up some deficiencies on your team and get the job done. That's how I feel. And that's why I like J.J. McCarthy so much, because I feel like he has that it factor. I feel like when he finally gets to show the world, people are going to be like, oh, I didn't know about J.J. McCarthy. I didn't know he was that good. Yep. Watch what he did in Michigan. Watch what he did. If you can find his highlights, high school highlights. I know this is NFL, but I'm just saying this man won in every level. That 98 team was crazy. Yep, 98 team was crazy too. You too young. You know what? All right, yeah, I go as far back. All right, so I've been a Viking fan for at least 20 years. At least 20 years, bro. I don't go too far back. The greatest defense that I have seen was the William Wall, right? With Antonio Winfield, Chad Greenway, Ben Lieber, E.J. Henderson. I go that far back, right? When I became a Viking fan was when I remember it was a wild card game, right? I became a diehard Viking fan. It was a wild card game because I am from Pennsylvania, right? And it was a wild card game against the Eagles, and the Eagles won that game. And I remember Culpepper throwing this deep ball to Randy Moss. And yes, the Vikings won that game. But when Randy Moss caught that ball in double coverage in the end zone, I said, that's my team. And ever since that game, I said, ever since that game, I said, yo, I'm a diehard Viking fan from that point on. But I always respected the Eagles. I've just never been an Eagle fan. I respected the great players like Brian Dawkins, Trotter, Terrell Owens when he played for a year, Westbrook, and but always been a Viking fan. 20 years at least been a Viking fan. I don't go as far back as Fran Tarkenton. I'm a 90s baby. I don't go as, you know what I mean? Yeah. Hold up. The good Aaron. You too. That's good. Aaron Rodgers ain't in his prime. Right, facts, bro. JJ was watching film with the defense while he was hurt. He will kick. Yes, I agree, bro. He wanted to see how the defense would plan for him. And you know what I was thinking? I got 14 people in the building. Can y'all please hit the like button? Please hit the like button. And you just got to double tap and consider subscribing if you are a football fan, especially if you're a Minnesota Viking fan. Like I said, I invite all the fan bases, doesn't matter what team, because I feel like sports is designed to bring everybody together. And when we play y'all, and I will be live for the NFL draft, by the way. When we play y'all, I'll be live for every Viking game. I expect you to be in the comments and talking trash, man, because I'm going to be talking trash to y'all. I ain't going to sit here and lie. I'm going to be like, it's going down. Let's go to the bowl. I'm talking trash to y'all, man. It don't matter if you a Cowboys fan. I'm talking trash to you. If we play y'all, I already know we play the Packers, the Lions, Bears, because they're in our division, but I'm inviting all the smoke, y'all. I'm inviting all the smoke. It don't matter if you're a Seahawks fan. What else teams out there that I like to talk trash to? Ravens, because they be talking about who's the real team that has purple on their uniform, and they be talking trash and all that, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. I invite all the smoke. Any fan base, it don't matter. I'm a diehard Viking fan. If we play y'all this upcoming season, I expect y'all to be in the comments talking trash to me, because I'm going to be talking trash to y'all, and we going to beat the brakes off of all y'all. We run in the NFC. We run in the NFC North. Vikings got a chance to win a Super Bowl this season. Straight up. What'd he say? He said, yeah, sure. He said, go Seahawks. Hey, listen. I got to say this about the Seahawks fans. Let me say this about the Seahawks fans. I think y'all got a good quarterback. I'm not going to hate on Sam Darnold, but the thing about Sam Darnold is you have to give him time. If your offensive line is not on point, he's not the best. I'm just keeping it real. He has to have an offensive line for him to be successful. I'm just keeping it real. As a Viking fan that watched him for 17 games, he had a MVP caliber season until those last 2 games. Sam Darnold was playing really good, but those last 2 games, bro, our offensive line was not playing the best, and he could not make his throws. Even when wide receivers were wide open, he's bouncing the pass off the dirt, or he's overthrowing a wide receiver. So you have to make sure your offensive line is on point. NFC North will be crazy again. Everyone looks to, I think the Bears improved. I think the Lions are always going to be good. Packers, Jordan Love, he's going to be healthy this upcoming season. Yup. Okay, bro. In week 4, y'all beat us. I hope we beat y'all, but Texans are better than the Cowboys. Hey, listen, straight up, bro. It's all good. It's all fun at the end of the day. It's all fun at the end of the day. But I'm going to say this to y'all. Real talk. Real talk, man. I got us beating the brakes off everybody. We going 10-0 and win the Super Bowl. We'll see what happens. I don't think that's going to happen, but we play you guys in Washington this upcoming season. Okay. We're going to see what's up. Niners favorite to win the NFC West. Hold on now. See ya in the playoffs. You believe that? Do you believe the 49ers are the favorite to win the West? I don't think that's look, man. I don't know. Y'all lost that boy Deebo Samuel. I don't know about the Niners. Lynn Johnson, do you think that the Vikings have one more big move yet? Yes, the Vikings, by the way, everybody in the building, make sure y'all hit that like button. Can I get 10 likes? Can I get 10 likes on the stream, please? Can I get 10 likes? Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going live for every Viking game. We're going live. So if we play your team, even if you're not a Viking fan, we're beating the brakes off for y'all. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Yeah, I think the Vikings have enough money to make one big giant splash. My gut feeling is the Vikings are going to sign Joe Flacco as their second string quarterback. That's my gut feeling, right? I feel like we're going to sign Joe Flacco. That's not the big splash I'm talking about, though. I'm talking about somebody you don't even expect. I don't have no clue who it's going to be. there's a lot of speculation and rumors going around, even including Jordan Addison and Jordan Addison being traded and all this stuff for Sauce Gardner. Of course, I would do that in a heartbeat. If the Jets would do it, I would do it right now. And then we could just draft a wide receiver in the first round or third round. But I don't think they're trading for Jordan Addison, even though there is rumors out there. So I'm not the only content creator talking about this, that they were talking about trading Jordan Addison for Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner is one of the best corners. He did have a down season with the Jets last season, but he's one of the best corners. But I'm not sleeping on Jordan Addison either, because Jordan Addison, I know he's not the best wide receiver on the team because that's Justin Jefferson, because he's the best wide receiver in the whole NFL, in my honest opinion. But Jordan Addison, in his first 2 seasons in the NFL, he has 19 touchdowns. Jordan Addison, look up his numbers. He had 10 touchdowns in 2023. And in 2024, he had 9 touchdowns. So Jordan Addison is a touchdown machine, bro. But I can see a big trade, maybe, or it's just going to be a big signing. I don't know what it's going to be, man, but it's going to be something that's going to happen. I think Kwesi is not done cooking. I think Kwesi's about to do something crazy. Because he's been cooking. He the head chef, bro. He's the executive chef of the Vikings, and they're making a lot of big moves. But if you haven't heard already, Tom Pelissero, according to him, says that the Vikings had multiple trade offers for J.J. McCarthy, and they're saying, nah, bruh, nah. And also, Tom Pelissero is saying that J.J. McCarthy will be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings in 2025. And also, they're not interested in Aaron Rodgers at this time. They're being nice about it. They're not interested in Aaron Rodgers at all. I'm just keeping it real. All right, let's go. All the problems Niners had on defense, red zone problems will be fixed. That was the biggest issue. The Niners. You know the thing about the Niners, I know y'all got Super Bowls throughout y'all history. I just feel like the Niners should have won another Super Bowl lately, because they seem like they've always been good. For some reason, it's just like they just can't get over the hump. I'm not really sure. You said it's your red zone defense. Maybe that's it. But, my favorite player on the 49ers was Debo before he got traded. And then I like Fred Warner, your linebacker. I love your linebacker. He said, bro, ain't no way. Just went 6-11. And no, I don't believe they lost so many players in defense. Yeah, they fell off. Dang. I think we're set to draft the best player available and not just fill. And yo, you know what? I think so too. Even if it's a wide receiver, I think they might go wide receiver, bro. I got a great feeling about this draft. They may trade back, but I always look at it like this. When it comes to the 2025 NFL draft for the Vikings, I just hope they don't overthink it. If somebody drops, say for example, Kenneth Grant dropped, don't overthink it. Draft them. I don't care. We got defensive tackles, but Kenneth Grant is a monster. He's a monster. Draft him. Don't overthink it. And if it's a wide receiver that's high on the board, draft him. He could be our second or third wide receiver. Why not? J.J. McCarthy. Or if it's a very, very good tight end. Say we trade back a little bit, or there's a tight end that's worthy of the first round pick, the 24th overall pick, draft him. Bro, we good right now, bro. Or running back. That's another thing. Or running back. I'm big on Amarion Hampton. So there's a few different ways you could go about it. Hufanga, lost Hargrave, lost Ward, lost Greenlaw. Oh my gosh, yeah. All four was hurt. Not performing. Niners didn't lose anything they didn't need. Yeah, but I'm gonna disagree with you with one thing, bro. I understand y'all lost Hargrave. We just signed Hargrave. Hey, listen, bro. Hargrave, he was hurt. I think he hurt himself 3rd week or 4th week with the Niners last season. The Vikings just signed him. I'm going to be super optimistic that this man's going to be healthy with the purple and gold. And if Hargrave is healthy, bro, if Hargrave is healthy like I think he will be, the Vikings defensive line is going to be even crazier than I'm even thinking right now, bro. Our defensive line was already solid. Now it's pretty darn good. And it could be great. Just the potential. I think the Vikings should have drafted one of these good running backs in the draft instead of getting Jordan Mason. But they can still, hey, listen, Kevo. They can still draft Omarion Hampton in the first round. Why not? Hey, listen, I honestly think they're not going to go running back in the first round. But don't get it twisted. There's going to be some more running backs in the third round. We got a third round pick. So we got, hold on, let me see. We got one first round pick. We don't have a second. We have a third round pick. We have, I think, 2 6th-round picks too. So it's not like we won't draft. We might draft a running back. Who knows, bro? I'm just saying. And if Omarion Hampton drops to number 24, there could be that could be a power move. Go get that boy Omarion Hampton. Why not? Omarion Hampton from North Carolina. Bro, I'm telling you. Well, they re-signed Aaron. Yeah, they did re-sign Aaron Jones. I understand. But still, man. I don't know. That is hard. That's a hard pick, though. Going first round running back when you have Mason and you got Aaron Jones. That is a hard, but still, bro. Still. You don't got to draft them in the first round. You could draft somebody in this third round. There's going to be a lot of good running backs, bro. I'm telling you. Just to have, bro. Ain't not, look, not thinking that injuries are going to happen to the Vikings, but we know Aaron Jones does get kind of beat up a little bit. So if he gets beat up a little bit, hey, we got a rookie running back that's a monster. Put him in the game as well. What about have 3 running backs on the field? What about have 3 running backs? Change it up. You know, KLC's a genius when it comes to offense. Maybe have 2 running backs in the backfield in shotgun formation with JJ McCarthy. Have another running back play as wide receiver. I don't know. Just change it up. But why not have 3 running backs? But you're not going to probably draft a running back in the first round. Now that we got Mason. So I agree with that. I agree with what you're saying. Jennings, Kittle, Trent Williams. Yeah, that's good. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna front. That's pretty good. Yeah, resigning Aaron Jones was a good idea, but Jordan Mason was the wrong move. They should have drafted. I like Caleb Johnson. Oh my gosh, bro. Hey, listen, bro. I'm a big Caleb Johnson guy. I like Omarion Hampton as well. I think the same. Okay. Breaking news. Aaron Rodgers has signed a 5-year, $250 million contract with the... Stop the cap. No way. I know you trolling me, bro. Yeah, draft Jalen Noel, wide receiver from Iowa. Yeah, look, you know what I would love to see? And I love Jordan Addison. Look, I ain't saying I don't like... by the way, can y'all please hit the like button? Show a brother some love. I got 13 people in the building and only got 4 likes. Can I get at least 10 likes, y'all? That's all I'm asking for. Can I get at least 10 likes? Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Even if you're not a Viking fan and you rocking with your boy, I will be going live for every Viking game. So if we play against your team, you know it's going down. It's going down, y'all. It's going down. You know, I'm going to be talking my trash. Yeah. I know he's trying. I think the Vikings will trade back. You know what? Lynn Johnson, I think that's a valid case to be made to trade back. But I always say this, y'all. Quantity, I like quality more than quantity. If you have a quality pick in the first round, I am not trading back, bro. I'm picking my guy. I'm saying someone drops that could have been the 9th overall pick. Say on the big board he's ranked top 5 or top 6 or top 10, and he drops all the way down to the 24th pick. I'm not trading back, bro. If I trade back, I'll trade back from the 3rd round and maybe get a 4th and a 5th or 2 4th-round picks or something like that. But it just depends on how the board, it just depends. Unless they do a trade before the draft, like say they trade their 1st-round pick before the draft and they say, I don't know what teams have 2 2nd-round picks or 3rd-round picks. I'm not trading out. Look, I need a 2nd-round pick and 2 3rds or I need 2 second-round picks. If I'm trading all the way out of the first round, I need at least 2 second-round picks. And if I don't get the 2 second-round picks, I need 2 thirds and 1 second. That's how I'm looking at things, bro. That's how I'm looking at things, bro. Vikes don't have the room for yeah, I know, right? The Vikings won't. If that was to happen, Niners got pick 11 and pick 40, second round. Get ready, NFC West. You know, that's a good spot, though. 11 and 40. So you got a high second round pick, and you got a very high first round pick. So you can get 2 very, very, very good players. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. I wish the Vikings had those picks, right? Look, I wish the Vikings had those picks. We got the 24th, and then the next pick we have is the 97th. So if I could trade with you right now, when it comes to the pick-wise, not team-wise, the pick-wise, I would do it. He said you can't count on what you get in the draft unless you're the upper half of it. And even that, yeah, the draft is like, it's a luck of the draw, bro. The draft is never guaranteed. Like, I'll be trying to tell people, like, you could look at all the film. You could look up all the film you want. It's not a guarantee that it's going to work out for you. It's not a guarantee that it's going to plan out for you. Just like how many first overall picks in the NFL throughout the history? We don't got to put in the chat. You could. How many times have people drafted quarterbacks #1 overall in the NFL draft and they became busts, right? Just because you draft high in the top, or should I say top 5 pick, right? Just because you're in the top 5 or top 10 does not mean that player is going to be good. It's so many different factors that come into that conversation of a player being good or not, because you got to think of it like this. If you got the #1 pick, right, or if you got the top 10 pick, the reason why you got a top 10 pick, either you traded up, that's different, right? But you pretty much, your team ain't good. So if your team ain't good, right, 9 times out of 10, one player is not going to make your team a contender the following year. That year. No, it's not happening. And it depends on your coach developing, because sometimes players fail because they're on the wrong team. And I use this guy as a perfect example. Patrick Mahomes, not saying he wouldn't be great, but he went to the perfect offensive-minded head coach in Andy Reid. I'm just keeping it real. Tom Brady, he got drafted, I think, 6th round, right? He went to the perfect coach to be drafted by, because guess what? Bill Belichick is a genius. You can say what you want about Bill Belichick, but Bill Belichick had that defense on another one, on another level, bro. All-time great defenses throughout Tom Brady's pretty much career with the Patriots. Most of the years when he was with the Patriots, he had a great defense, bro. So he might have not had the star wide receiver, but he had a lot of solid slot wide receivers, like Wes Welker and the guys, Branch and other, you know what I mean? So it just depends on what team you go to. Because 6th-round picks don't turn out to be all-time great. He's the GOAT at quarterback, in my opinion, because he went to one of the greatest coaches, defensive-minded coaches in NFL history. You know what I mean? Just my opinion. He said Mario Hampton would be gone by the 20th. Yeah, I think so, too. Ashton Genty, Amarion Hampton, they going. Back as defensive coordinator, all gas, no break. Yeah. And another thing, defense still wins championships, y'all. Defense still wins Super Bowls, y'all, because what we see from the Eagles, that gives you all the information you need to know. That's all I'm going to say. The trenches win championships. Defensive line and offensive line. Straight up. If anybody, look, I don't know everything about football. I don't pretend I do. I'm just a fan talking about football, talking about my favorite team, the Minnesota Vikings. I'm not right all the time. I admit when I'm wrong. But the one thing that I know I'm right about is the trenches win Super Bowls. That's just the bottom line to it, bro. He said, please double tap the screen. Yeah. Please double tap the screen and support me if you haven't already when it comes to hitting that like button. And subscribe if you haven't already. Trying to get to my first 2,000 subscribers on this channel. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to my bull Too Evil. Appreciate the love, bro. He said, also KS loves versatility in players. Yeah, and Debo type. Hold on. A running back that can catch. Yes, a bruiser will get sweeps in the course as running back and slot. Yup, that's another thing why I love running backs. Because you just said a lot in that what you just said in those 3 sentences, right? Running backs do so much. That's why that's why you have to value a running back, bro. Running backs run. Now I'm not saying they run the NFL, but they're the quarterback's best friend. I don't care how great of a quarterback you have on your team. If you have a running back, bro, right, that can block for you, that can catch, right, and can run, it helps you in so many ways. You know what I mean? They do a lot. I wanted y'all to trade for Matthew Stafford. Nah, bro. I'm so glad we didn't, bro. The only reason why I'm saying that, and I'm not hating on Matthew Stafford, is because we have J.J. McCarthy. It's the same thing when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. I'd rather have Matthew Stafford than Aaron Rodgers. I'll tell you that. Where the deer is at. Hey, listen, it's daytime. Here, I'm going to show y'all. It's daytime, so it's nothing out here right now. It's just daytime, bro. I'm in the woods on this trail. It's just daytime. You feel me? Ain't no deers out right now. But I remember, right? I'm gonna show y'all where I was at. There's like a big giant buck that just ran and just like ran right in front of me, bro. Like probably like 10 feet away from me. And I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, yo. Y'all ready to win now? I think we are ready to win. What I would say is we're going to take one game at a time and we're going to do what we have to do. See, we could talk all of it, but we gotta be about it. You feel me? You feel me? That's how it is. Because actions speak louder than words. Yes, we look good on paper. The Vikings look amazing on paper. By the way, hit that like button if you haven't already. I got 11 people in the building. I got 7 likes. Can I get 10 likes, please? Double tap, subscribe if you haven't already. Even if you're not a Viking fan, consider subscribing. We're going live for every Minnesota Viking game. So if we play your team, I'm letting y'all know we're beating the brakes off of your team. And also, we're going live for the NFL draft as well. For every pick. For every pick in the first round. Nah, that would be trash trade. Texas is going to be solid because of the Niners DNA and head coach. Yeah, Texas, I love my bull, Danielle Hunter, man. What do you think about the Texans trading for? That's a great pickup. That's a good pickup. My biggest thing when it comes to Texans, man, is I love y'all quarterback and I love your defensive end. Y'all got something special, man. Y'all quarterback, y'all defensive end, your coach, great coach. But Danielle Hunter is one of my favorite players in Minnesota Viking history. If you know, you know. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. Look them up. I have a crazy plan, but I think it could be awesome. The Vikings should trade every pick this year for all future picks. No, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I need to at least keep my first and third. Definitely getting a CB or safety. You know what I'm thinking? That's what I was thinking. Like this whole, cause look, this is my honest opinion, right? The Vikings haven't had a dominant corner. I'm talking about shut down corner. I'm talking about that corner where you put him on an island with the best wide receiver and they go at it and he shuts them down or he contains them. When's the last time the Vikings had a shutdown corner? When you talking about Rhodes, that's probably the latest. How long did that last? That didn't last too long. What about someone like the caliber of I'm not saying the caliber of Reeves, but someone that is can be with the Vikings for almost their whole career and just shut down everybody, bro. That's what I want, bro. Or dominant safety too. I wouldn't mind having a crazy good safety. I did my mock draft, my latest mock draft. What's up, man? I drafted Starks. I drafted Starks on my latest mock draft. So if y'all Hold on. What do you think about? Oh, I got that. Texas, what? Texas, what? Yeah, they were trying to. There was rumors. I know what he's talking about. There was rumors that the Vikings were trying to trade for Matthew Stafford, but then Matthew Stafford re-signed with the Rams. And during last season, there was rumors that the Vikings were interested in Matthew Stafford, but I'm just happy none of it happened. You know what I mean? Because we drafted J.J. McCarthy for a reason. He's on his rookie contract, man. Top 10 pick. What up, Ron's opinion, don't man, shout out to you. He's not even good anymore. Facts. Please hit the like. Yeah, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Texans, boy, that's why your team, as long as Mahomes is. You know what's crazy? I was saying this whole time, bro. I said, who's going to challenge the Chiefs in the AFC? The Texans have a chance, but they got to get a little bit better. But it's like, I just want somebody to challenge them. Who is going to challenge the Chiefs? And the only team that comes to mind, and correct me if I'm wrong, y'all, if he stays healthy, the Bengals, y'all. Correct me if I'm wrong. Joe Burrow, if he's healthy, with that wide receiver core that he has, do you think the Bengals can knock off the Chiefs? Who in the AFC? I don't know about the Ravens. I don't know about the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills, congratulations to Josh Allen for getting that crazy contract. He deserves it. One of the best quarterbacks in the game. But it just feels like nobody is challenging the Chiefs, bro. But they're a great team, so I understand why they keep getting to the Super Bowl. But my gosh. You know what I mean? I heard the 49ers might have to pay Purdy $50 million, so I don't know how you fix your defensive line with a huge, yeah. So the 49ers might have to draft a quarterback. I wouldn't pay him that much money. He all right. I'm not paying him $50 million. I am not paying, he ain't no Josh Allen. He ain't no Lamar Jackson. He ain't no Patrick, like he not Jalen, like no. And look, and I'm not hating, I'm just stating. I'm not hating, I'm just stating. He's like a B level quarterback. There's the A+. There's only one A+, that's Patrick Mahomes. Then you got A's. You got Jalen Hurts. You got Joe Burrow. You got Josh Allen. Everybody else, you know what I mean? He's in the B category. He's a little bit above average, I agree. But for y'all to pay him $50 million, I'm not paying that man $50 million when I got all these holes on my deep. Nope. That's why I'm happy the Vikings finally are done with Kirk Cousins. They're finally done. Like, you know what I mean? I was so happy. And we drafted J.J. McCarthy. I'm just happy, bro. Vikings is ready to win now, not later. You ain't lying. I think our team is ready to win now. But like I said, they got to just do it. You know what I mean? I think we got it on paper. We got the trenches on both sides improved. We got J.J. McCarthy. We got a good running game. We got KLC. We got Brian Flores, one of the best defensive-minded coaches. We got KLC, one of the best head coaches in the NFL. Best offensive-minded coach in the NFL, one of them. We got something special. Now it's up to us to prove it. Can I get one more like? Can I get one more like, yo, on the stream? I got 14 people in the building. Can I get one more like? He said, bro, I don't want beef. Vikings, He said, we only need 2 likes for Mike to get make the goal. I just need one more like. Shout out to Too Evil. Eagles won the whole playoff. Yeah. Eagles D. But, let's just keep it real, though. Yeah, I agree. Eagles defense definitely did it, right? But we can't sleep on what the offense did as well. They kept Jalen Hurts clean. Jalen Hurts made clutch passes when he needed to make clutch passes. And Jalen Hurts was the leading rusher for both teams in the Super Bowl. That's why I love dual threat quarterbacks, so they can make the throws and they can run the ball. They can run for first down sometimes. Sometimes plays that are scripted have to go off script. You know what I mean? Things don't work out the same. Just like the offense makes adjustments, the defense makes adjustments. So if you have a dual threat quarterback and he can't move all like that, it's hard, bro. It's just hard. Vikings will prove you don't need a quarterback with a huge yes. Also, we did improve our weak spots. Yes, that's facts. Last year, sure. Yup. I love this front office. Yes, coaching staff. Yes, thank you. I agree with everything you said, Nelson. I agree on everything you said. Purdy also said he wants a team-friendly deal. Yeah, that ain't a team. Hey, listen, bro. I'm keeping it real with you. If that's considered a team-friendly deal, $50 million a year, that ain't a team-friendly deal. If the 49ers pay Brock Purdy $50 million for, like, say it's 3 years, $150 million, $100 million guaranteed, that's not team-friendly, bro. So he gonna have to take a pay cut or something. I'm saying at the most, bro. This is just coming from an outside looking in. If I was a Niners fan, I ain't paying Brock Purdy more than $25 mil. I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. Cause I got too many holes. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. Brock Purdy didn't prove to me enough to give him a $50 million a year contract. And they're pushing it with $30 million. I like Brock Purdy, but can he be the guy to put his team and lift his team up and win a Super Bowl? Because that's the bottom line to it. The whole goal is to win a Super Bowl. If it ain't an A-plus quarterback, and there's only one A-plus quarterback, that's Patrick Mahomes. If it ain't an A-plus quarterback, I ain't paying him that much money all like that. It got to be A-plus or A. If you ain't in the A, you can't be an A-minus. You can't be a B plus. Nope. You ain't getting paid $50 million a year. Run before it's behind. You know what's crazy? What was it? Like 2 days ago or 3 days ago, I was out here, right, walking the trail, and all these white-tailed deers were just all over the place, man. It was crazy. I was like, yo, I'm talking about at least 20 deep. 20 deep. Deers all over the place. White-tailed deers. I seen a fox out here the other day. You just gotta be careful with some of these critters out here. I don't be trying to disturb them or nothing, but they be staring me down like they want a problem or something. So I be looking at them like, yo, like why you looking at me like that? They be staring me down. And I be wondering like, yo, why these deers looking at me like that? Like they want to eat me or something. I'm like, yo, relax. I come in peace, bro. I come in peace. But shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. The big announcement of today is Tom Pelissero reports, sources say, that the Minnesota Vikings are not interested in Aaron Rodgers at this point. They're not interested in him. And J.J. McCarthy will be the starting quarterback in 2025. Also, there's reports that multiple teams were interested in J.J. McCarthy, meaning they were trying to trade for J.J. McCarthy. But we not doing it. We hitting him with the nah, bruh. He said, Vikings will prove, I got that. Heard it. Oh, you said 45? No, that's too much, bro. 45 million is too much. Front line won the game. The D-line and the O-line. Yeah. D-line and O-line. Yeah, because they kept Jalen Hurts clean. Well, nice. If Purdy actually does it, they said this morning he wanted money. I love players who take less. You know, Tom Brady did it his whole career. Here's a restructure and take less money. Yeah, but that Tom Brady different. See, I see a geese right there trying to call me out, y'all. Trying to call me out, man. is calling me out, y'all. I don't know what's up with Bull. He got a problem with me or something. I'm not sure what's up with him. He got a problem. Look, listen, man. I ain't scared of no geese, man. I ain't scared of no geese, man. He act like he a problem or something. He getting feisty with me. I don't know what's up with Bull. Only thing about Purdy is his agent only has Purdy as big name, a big deal. Yeah, probably that's true. And a bigger commission. I feel you, bro. Gary, what's going on, brother? Gary, what's going on, brother? Hold on. Yeah, so Gary, let me say this real quick, Gary. Shout out to you, bro. The announcement has been made. Tom Pelissero has finally, the Vikings finally came out, according to Tom Pelissero, that the Vikings are not interested in Aaron Rodgers. And they also got a lot of trade offers for J.J. McCarthy, but they said, nah, bruh. So in 2025, our starting quarterback will be J.J. McCarthy. And I'm looking forward to it, man. I just wish they would have did this a lot earlier and made this announcement. Why would you take a chance of losing another year on your rookie contract? You drafted this man 10th in the 10th overall in the 2024 NFL draft. So, but I'm happy they made the announcement, though, bro. I really am. I love so I know what you I love that. Yo, you know what? I do a lot of lives outdoors. I'm gonna do more indoors when the season starts, obviously, but I like to be outdoors. I'm an outdoor person. I like the smell of the fresh air. I just love to be outside, and that's just how I am, man. That's how I'm wired, bro. So that's why I be outside doing these lives. I like to talk about my favorite team and vibe out. You feel me? But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. I go live for every Minnesota Viking game. We will be live for the NFL draft. And even if you're not a Viking fan, consider subscribing, because if we play y'all, I'm letting y'all know this right now. It's all love at the end of the day. We beating the brakes off of y'all. And I expect everybody to talk trash. We're going to see what happens. Hunting and fishing fees. Oh, you're an Army vet? Oh, that's so awesome. I'm an Army vet too, bro. Appreciate your service, brother, man. 92. Ooh, that's what's up, man. I appreciate your service, bro. Geese will attack you, so we'll... Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Like... Funny story. When I was at this farm with my little cousin. This is true story, y'all. And I was fishing, and you know what I mean? I was catching all these fish. And my cousin got bored because he wasn't catching that many fish. So he walked away, so I stopped fishing. I walked with him just to keep an eye on him. And he was chasing the dang on geese. And the geese was running away, and then out of nowhere, there's one specific geese stood up tall and started chasing him and trying to bite him and stuff. And I'm like, yo, that's what you get for trying to chase the geese. And I don't know, they ain't mess with you, so why are you messing with them? It was the funniest thing in the world, though. I was like, yo, that was so, I was like, why are you chasing geese? Good morning, how you doing? Yeah. Yeah, it's JJ's team. It's JJ's team all the way, bro, for real. What's up, Mitch? Oh, that's... Hey, listen, y'all. Real talk, man. When the season starts, I cannot wait, bro. I'm more excited about this season than a lot of, since, I don't know, this is the most I've been excited for being a Viking fan in a long time. To be honest with you, I'm just keeping it real. 82C? Okay. I was 92 golf. Hello, how you doing? Good morning. The NFL is definitely a young talent league. Better have some fast and smart. Yeah, true. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. No, they're trading for Russell or Rodgers. I think, all right, so this is my gut feeling. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to the Steelers. And I think Russell Wilson is going to the Giants. That's my honest. I don't know. This might not be facts. I'm not saying it's facts. I just feel like but if I was Aaron Rodgers, I would not want to be in the AFC. Nope. But if you got you 41, is he 41, 42 years old? You got to go against Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes. Nah, bruh, I'm cool. I'd rather go against Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, and you know what I mean, JJ McCarthy. He's a young quarterback. He's about to be the next Tom Brady, or even better. But you know what I'm saying. Like, I'd rather be in the NFC. I'm not going to the AFC. Heck no. I don't care how great of a coach Mike Tomlin is. Their defense, bruh. I'm telling you, the AFC is stacked, bro. The AFC is stacked for a 42-year-old quarterback to go into in that division is stacked. Who do you got in your division? All right, so the Steelers, you got the Ravens, you got the Bengals. Who am I missing? Ravens, Bengals, Steelers. Can y'all please leave in the comments below who's the fourth team in that division? I can't think, bro. I can't think of the fourth team in that division, bro. Brett Favre was the last time I was this. Yes, Nelson. Facts, Nelson. Facts, Nelson. Bitch. Specifically, the Brett Favre team in 2009. For me, I thought the Vikes team versus Jimmy G. Niners was a thing. Which lost by they was hungry. Yeah. The Niners always been, I don't know, it seems like we beat the Niners a lot, but the Niners, man, I just feel like the Niners just got, like, I don't know. They linebacker core, like, everybody just got hurt, man. I feel like the Niners should have had a Super Bowl. Rodgers should just take, yo, you know what? You know what it is, though? Rodgers trying to get that last big payday, bro. Hey, Gary. He's just trying to get that last big payday, bro. I'm just keeping it real with you, bro. If I am honest, I feel Aaron could win a Super Bowl. We have the targets, but he makes a team one-sided because he's no threat to run. JJ also has very little tape on him, making it hard to prepare. I agree with you, bro. But then you got to take into consideration, like, Aaron Rodgers, not trying to talk about the man, but from what I'm hearing, he's more of a headache. He's a headache. He's a headache in the locker room. So if things don't go his way, he starts blaming teammates. You know what I mean? And imagine you have an Aaron Rodgers, right? And you still got JJ McCarthy on his rookie deal. Then what? You got Aaron Rodgers. How do you think JJ's going to think? And then you're missing out, and say we don't win the Super Bowl. Like, if it all falls apart and we take a step back, I'm talking about 2 steps back instead of 2 steps forward, you miss out on another year of JJ McCarthy's rookie contract, which that's what we're trying to win Super Bowl on his rookie contract before he gets his big payday. Because eventually he's going to want to get paid if he's the next great Minnesota Viking quarterback. So my honest opinion is just like, let's just see what J.J. McCarthy has. I don't even want to take a chance with Aaron Rodgers. Last season, right, when they was talking about trading for Matthew Stafford, I was like, why would they do that when you have Sam Darnold having like an MVP caliber season? You know what I mean? That would be just bad. I don't know. But then again, Matthew Stafford, we know is better than Sam. See, that's why I say, like, people be trying to make it seem like stats don't tell you everything. Stats don't tell you everything. You can put up all these stats, but when it came down to it, who beat who in the playoffs? Matthew Stafford beat us in the playoffs. And I know there's more factors that come with it, you know what I mean? But Matthew Stafford showed why he was the better quarterback when it counted. So, but it's just like the facts that it's just like, I'm just so happy we're done with this conversation. I'm not making any more videos about Aaron Rodgers unless we're going against his team and beating the brakes off of them. I don't have to talk about a Matthew Stafford anymore because Matthew Stafford re-signed with the Rams. Only veteran quarterback that I'm talking about is the guy that I know is going to be quarterback 2, meaning the backup to our starter, J.J. McCarthy. And who I want as our backup is people know, Joe Flacco. I know he's old. I know he's 40. But hear me out. J.J. McCarthy's second-year quarterback, young quarterback, right? Joe Flacco is no threat to take his job. That's for one. No pressure. A veteran leadership. He's been there, done it. Joe Flacco has won a Super Bowl. He was the Rookie of the Year when he played. He's a finals, what is he? Not finals, Super Bowl MVP. He's been there, done that. So he can pretty much teach J.J. McCarthy how to get it done at the highest level. And if he happens to get in the game, say, and I hope this doesn't happen, say J.J. McCarthy gets shaken up for a play or two. You put Joe Flacco in the game. Guess what? Joe Flacco ain't going to throw 50 million interceptions like Jameis Winston. Like, I don't want Jameis Winston. Like, all these people saying, I want Jameis Winston. Why would you want an interception machine like that, bro? Why? Why would you want someone that, like the Oprah Winfrey show, when that one show, what episode? I don't know what episode, but when she was telling the whole crowd, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. It's going to be the same thing with Jameis. You get an interception. You get an interception. You get it. Nah, I'm cool. I don't want Jameis on the team, bro. Facts, bro. Yup. They hard to win. What's up, oranges? Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Consider subscribing. If you haven't already, it's definitely going down. We cover the Minnesota Vikings on this channel. Shout out to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Yes, you broke. Yeah, Gary, you're so right. That's why I don't want him on the team. You know what I mean? I just covered it because it's such a big, it's a big story, but it's big for if you're a Minnesota Viking fan, right? Because you just drafted your quarterback, right? And this will literally mess up everything if you was to draft Aaron Rodgers. Like, real talk. He's definitely a headache, and I don't want Rodgers, but could do it, but it's not worth. Yeah, this office organization could handle. Yeah, they could handle it, but I don't want them to handle it. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, bro. But I'm so on the JJ McCarthy train. I'm good, bro. This is JJ McCarthy's team, and I'm proud of him, and I'm proud that he didn't say nothing crazy, like, you know what I mean, come out and say anything. He's mature beyond his years, and I cannot wait to see JJ McCarthy throw his first touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson or whoever. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm getting JJ McCarthy's jersey. I just got Justin Jefferson's jersey. I'm about to get JJ McCarthy's jersey. It's definitely going down, bro. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. You know what I mean? Flacco will set back up. Yeah, he definitely would. Like, I don't think he would try to take... Bro, I think Flacco... And then I never heard anything bad about Joe Flacco. Like, when it comes to leadership in the locker room and nothing bad, bro. He's a good leader. So I will love Joe Flacco. I don't want any other backup quarterback besides Joe Flacco. I'm keeping it real with y'all. At first, I was talking about Mason Rudolph. But then again, I was like, I don't know. Because, I don't know. I thought he'd be a good, solid backup. I don't know why people didn't like Mason Rudolph. But he re-signed with the Steelers, right? And then I was thinking of, now they're talking about, what's his name? Ryan Tannehill? I'm cool on board. Like, I mean, if we happen to get him, okay. But my first choice was Mason Rudolph. My second choice was Joe Flacco. So I'll be really happy if we get Joe Flacco, just to mentor, pretty much, you know, JJ McCarthy. And now I'm hearing, and look, this is why rumors are just floating. That's why I can't wait until Russell Wilson signs, Aaron Rodgers signs, because now people are talking about Russell Wilson coming to the Vikings. First and foremost, let me say this. Any quarterback that has won a Super Bowl that ain't 40, well, no, that's not true, because Aaron Rodgers is 40, so no, that's not even true. But Russell Wilson ain't coming to no team to be a backup. Aaron Rodgers ain't coming to no team to be a backup. And that's what they would be if they came to the Vikings. So why would we even take that chance and sign one of these veteran quarterbacks like that? Like, we know Joe Flacco's cool with being a backup, bro. Let JJ sit till year 3. Love benefited from. Nah, man, because then they had to pay Love too quick. Nah, bro. Nah, I think our plan is going to work out. We have more years on this deal, rookie contract deal, before we have to pay him. I knew it worked out for Love, but nah. The Minnesota Vikings got to stick to what they're trying to do, in my honest opinion. But yeah, Trey Lance didn't, yeah. And then you got to say it like this. People be trying to say that quarterbacks can't play right away. Look at Jaden Daniels. Do y'all know what Jaden Daniels did? He was a rookie and got his team. The Commanders were not supposed to be a contender. The Commanders were not supposed to be that good. The reason why they were so good was because of their quarterback. Jaden Daniels literally got their team to the NFC Championship game, and they lost to the future Super Bowl champions, the Eagles. So that was the only team that could knock them off was the Eagles. So, and then Bo Nix, he was a rookie. Bo Nix got his team to the playoffs. So everybody that says that players need to take, and I'm not saying rush play. If they're not ready, don't play them. But some of these quarterbacks out of college can play right away. Not all of them, but some of them. Bo Nix had a terrific season. Look up his stats. Jaden Daniels had a terrific season. Look up his stats. Drake May, I'm not really sure about his stats. I don't know if he started until, like, I don't know what week. By the way, Garrett Bradbury signed with the Patriots. I don't know if that's a good sign for Drake May. I'm going to keep it all the way real with you. I don't know if Drake May going to like that. I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000. Let's Chiefs, Bills. Oh, Bills. Okay, Chiefs, Bills, Ravens, Bengals, Texans is possibly Dolphins. Cleveland Browns is last team in AFC North. Yeah. I can see that. I see what your point is. Mitch said, good thing about JJ, this was his first injury, so chances him getting hurt again are very slim. Hopefully, I think I'm gonna be optimistically. I'm gonna think optimistically and think he's gonna be good. Is Minshew available? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that question. Wow, this is my first time seeing this Pelissero report today. I'm gonna have to check it out. No Minnesota fans want this. Right. It's on X. It's on X. I want to say Twitter. I want to say Twitter so bad, but it's X. It's on X. Tom Pelissero tweeted it out earlier this morning about 3 to 4 hours ago, maybe 2 hours ago. And he pretty much said, yo, we're not worrying about the Vikings got a lot of calls from teams trying to trade for JJ McCarthy, and the Vikings said they're not trading JJ McCarthy, and plus they're not interested in Aaron Rodgers, and I love that. And that JJ McCarthy will be their quarterback, their starting quarterback. By the way, everybody in the building, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're a Minnesota Viking fan, and even if you're not a Minnesota Viking fan, I go live for every game. So if we go against your team, I'm letting y'all know we're going to beat the brakes off of each one of y'all teams. And it's all love at the end of the day. It's all fun. So I expect everybody to talk trash with me in the comments. As long as it's respectful, it's all good, man. But I really want every fan base, because I truly feel like sports is designed to bring people together around the country, around the world. And I don't care what fan, like if you're a Cowboys, any fan base, I don't care. But if we go against y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, the Vikings are beating the brakes off at all y'all teams. That's how I'm calling it. I don't care what team you're a fan of. It's going down. Let's go So X-Man, let's go. I'm a Vikings fan since 1983. Wow. And we need Flacco or Winston. You said, so you're good with Winston. I'm not really good with Winston. I ain't gonna say any crap. I like Flacco. I got Flacco. But I agree. We need a backup quarterback, though. I'll tell you that. Going to have to get a Harrison Smith jersey before he eventually retires. I got a Harrison Smith jersey. I got a JJ McCarthy. I got a Justin Jefferson. I gotta get a JJ McCarthy jersey though. JJ is an amazing leader on. Man, he is a calm, cool. Yes, for a young quarterback, he has that it factor. That's what I've been trying to tell people. Nobody, look, he won the national championship. Yes, he had a good team. But he was calm and collective when he needed to make a play. Straight up. Straight up. Real talk. And that's with amazing arm. Yup, he has amazing arm, amazing wheels. He's a true dual threat. He's a true dual threat. Brett was fun to watch. That's all I'm saying. Oh my gosh, Brett Favre was amazing. Look, I didn't like Brett Favre. It's a natural thing because I'm a Viking fan, right? But when he came to the Vikings, I'm going to keep it real with you. He turned out to be one of my favorite quarterbacks in Minnesota Viking history. I know he didn't play that many years. I think he played only 2 years. But my first quarterback for me, since I've been a Viking fan, is Cole Pepper, then it's Brett Favre. I'm just keeping it real. Just keeping it real with y'all. I wish Teddy Bridgewater would have stayed healthy. I think Teddy could have been solid, but he messed his knee up. So never know what would happen with that. I said since we got Darnold was as long as they don't try to go ahead with our old picks. Yeah, yes, facts. Then we'll be okay. But JJ is the best option. He's the answer to win or lose. Facts, bro. 100% facts. 100% facts, bro. I don't want to go to, bro. We not going back to Jaren Hall, bro. Listen, we moving on, bro. We moving on up. We moving on up. We moving on up, y'all. We are not going backwards. We are not going backwards. I am for JJ 100, but lots of incredible quarterbacks were on the bench for 2. Yeah, that is true. Didn't Rodgers say, yeah. But behind an all-time great. This is the thing. This is the only issue, y'all. It's the only issue. The Vikings haven't had a great all-time quarterback in the last how many years, right? So there's nobody that J.J. McCarthy's sitting behind. I mean, of course, if you made a trade and you traded for a great quarterback like Aaron Rodgers, that's talking about past greatness. We ain't talking about recent greatness or Matthew Stafford. I understand, but the reason why they sat Aaron Rodgers, it was easy to do that. You know why? Because Aaron Rodgers had to sit behind one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Brett Favre. See, the Vikings will have to trade for a great quarterback for him to sit behind. And only reason why I want J.J. McCarthy to play now, because he missed his rookie season. On top of that, I think he has it. He has it. It's different with him. I don't think he needs to be sitting behind a great quarterback for 3 years. I think he has it. I think he can do it now. That's how much confidence I have in J.J. McCarthy. That's how much confidence I have in him. I don't think he needs to sit behind any quarterback. I really don't. And I think he's going to prove to the world. He's going to prove to the world that people that passed on him in the 2024 NFL draft, they're going to be regretting it. He's going to prove to every team that he should have been the first overall pick in that draft, not Caleb. Michael Penix should have never been picked before him. You know what I'm saying? He should have been the number 1 pick. He's going to prove it, bro. He's going to prove it. Would you trade the Lions golf for? No. I wouldn't trade J.J. McCarthy for any quarterback. Look, no, that's not true. That's not true. If it's Patrick Mahomes, all day. It's just a select few. A select few. Probably Josh Allen, I would. But the problem is, it's hard to do it because then you won't have the players you have right now on the field. You wouldn't have the players you have now because all the money will be ate up by our quarterback. So honestly, the only quarterback that I would trade J.J. McCarthy for is Patrick Mahomes, because I know he can cover up a lot of deficiencies, and he's a 3-time Super Bowl champion. Other than that, I really do believe in J.J. McCarthy, bro. I really do. Would you KLC and Cam follow their plan And yeah, plain and simple. They had to follow this plan. They had to. The quarterbacks that sat for years were Packer quarterbacks with absolute veterans behind them. Vikings have no vet quarterback to mentor JJ for 3. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but I get my homie's point, though. I get what he's saying. Oh, crap. A dang on. I don't know what that bug was. It flew on me. I hit it. Killed it. Flew on me. Smashed it by accident. It was just a quick reaction. Boom, boom. My bad. But, yeah. But I get what my homie's point is. Nelson, I believe. I get what his point is because you see success with the Packers because they did it. But, like, the point what I'm saying is, if the quarterback is ready, you got to play him. You feel me? That's how I look at it. Why waste his rookie contract when he's ready? You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. With a Super Bowl winning head coach that makes top 3 money in the league. Yup. May is legit starter week 6, I think. Yeah, I think May, yeah. First, I want to say this. I actually like Drake May come out of college. I think Drake May could be a good quarterback. People think he's not going to be good, but I disagree. I think Drake May is going to be a good quarterback. He just the Patriots just have to build around him. And the thing about the Patriots, I'm gonna keep it real with you though. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'm a diehard Viking fan, right? Garrett Bradbury is not the guy. Look, hey Drake May, if you see me on this live stream, bro, tell your GM, whoever your GM is, and I ain't hating on Garrett Bradbury. I'm just stating facts. The man is not a good center. He's going to get pushed back into him. He's going to get thrown to the side, and you better have good guards. If you don't have good guards, it's over for Drake May. I hope Drake May. Drake May, don't do it, man. Tell him not to do it to you, brother. JJ and Jaden were the most ready going into the draft. Bo Nix exceeded. Yup. And Bo Nix played well, but people forgot about McCarthy. Yup. You ain't lying. Minshew signed with KC. Okay, that's a good backup for him. Minshew is gone. JJ for golf +4 first round. Nah. Woo! Hey, listen, man. That's tough. That's a tough one, bro. Let me think that through, Nelson. Golf is a great regular season. Yeah, he's great in regular season. I like golf. Golf is a top. In the NFC, golf is top 3 quarterback, possibly. I think golf is a top 3 quarterback in the NFC. Who's better than golf in the NFC? All right, so you got Jalen Hurts, right? Who's better than golf right now in the NFC? You can't really name that many quarterbacks better than him. Can't wait for JJ McCarthy versus Bears. Nice match. I cannot wait, bro. Has JJ had a full off-season workout in Vikings program? This is going to, he did, but he got hurt in preseason last season. But they're saying that he's healthy. He's healthy. And I'm so happy. I can't wait to see him. Shout out to everybody in the building. I got 23 people in the building. Can y'all please hit the like button? Consider subscribing. We're going live for every Minnesota Viking game. So even if you're not a Minnesota Viking fan, consider subscribing. It's definitely going down. We're going to beat the brakes off of all y'all teams. You know what I mean? We're going to trash talk. We're going to have fun. I'm going to be live for the NFL draft as well. Can't wait to see JJ versus the NFC North Division are going to be amazing. Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch. Beating out, yeah. Games, vibes. I love your passion, man. Can't wait for school. I can't wait, man. Yeah, I can't wait, man. I'm definitely trying my hardest. I'm definitely going to be there. I'm about, all right, for Skullfest, I'm about 90% sure I'm going to be there this year. 90% sure. I'm just going to be honest with you. I don't like planes. I'm not scared of heights. I just don't like planes. I go on roller coasters. I'm good with roller coasters. I am scared of planes. That's the only, it's not really, I don't know. I don't want to say I'm scared, but I don't like planes. I don't know. Something about planes for me scare me. I don't know. I don't know what it is about planes, but I'm 90% sure I'm going to be at Skullfest, bro. Philly going back to back. We'll see. Jameis Winston is okay, backup, or Taylor. Oh, I forgot about Taylor. Oh, yeah, I forgot about him. That's a good point. Brett Favre, week 4 to Greg Lewis against the Niners game winner, one of the best plays. Yeah, you ain't lying. I go back to Purple People Eaters and Fran Tarkenton. That week 4. And this is why I'm so big on, like, the Vikings getting the Super Bowl. Like, we need to get a dang on Super Bowl, bro. I'm tired of losing, bro. For real. I'm tired of losing, bro. We have one of the greatest. My favorite player of all time is Randy Moss, right? People, and you can say what you want about Randy Moss. The man was he's an all-time great. And there's certain players like Chris Carter, Culpepper. My favorite defensive line when it comes to Pat Williams, Kevin Wills. My favorite linebackers, E.J. Henderson, Chad Greenway. You know what I mean? Favorite players, man. And I just want us to get a Super Bowl, bro. For real. Since Culpepper, hold on. The week 4 throw was the yup. Since Culpepper, yep, you ain't lying. Culpepper is definitely Vikings quarterback. Yes, I love. If it wasn't for Culpepper's knee injuries, I think Culpepper would at least he could have got us a Super Bowl probably. I think so. Hello. I think we could have got a Super Bowl with Culpepper. I love Culpepper. That's my favorite quarterback of all time for Minnesota Viking history. I'm not saying he's the best. Obviously, it's Fran Tarkenton, but I don't go that far back as Fran Tarkenton. I go as far back as Culpepper. I miss Culpepper, man. If it wasn't for his injuries, bro, I can't stand injuries, bro. I can't stand them. It's definitely a Viking. Yo, I'm back. Yo, what's going on, bro? Giants draft Shadur and trade him to the. Nah, no, I can't. Giants draft Shadur and trade him to the Vikings for. No, never. No, I'm JJ above all the quarterbacks in this draft, bro. Look, I got JJ. I got high hopes for JJ, bro. I don't want to skip the summer. I am excited for the Viking season football. Me too, bro. I can't. This is the most excited I've been being a Viking fan since 2009. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on. I'm missing comments. My bad. I don't want to. You're not wrong, Mike. Shout out to my guy. The Pats need Travis Patty. Yeah, the Pats yo. Look, let me just say this. I don't know who their wide receiver core is, but Drake May needs a number 1 wide receiver. Bradbury spent a lot of time looking. What Nelson say? He said Bradbury spent a lot of time looking at the sky. Sadly, Purdy better than Goff. I think Goff is better than him, bro. That's just my opinion. I think Goff is better than him, bro. Goff is top 3 according to stats last 2 years. Yeah, not the Lions, bro. In the NFL, not in flying in planes for me causes pain. I have super. Oh man, I hope the best, man. Praying for your health, man. Being set off a plane for last week. Yeah, I can't stand planes. I just don't like planes. Like planes for me. I don't know, man. My palms get super sweaty. I might just start sweating. I just don't like planes, bro. I never did. Never did. I don't think I ever will. But I have to go to a Viking game. I have to experience being with my Viking family in Minnesota. You know, I don't want to go to a Viking game in Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? I want to experience the skull chant. I want to experience the horn. I want to experience the crowd. I want to experience that. I want to go to the Mall of America, the biggest mall in the country. I want to go to Minnesota and actually be in that type of environment, bro. For real. So, you know what I mean? So, Moss had some issues. He had a chance to best ever and pass. You know what? Look, listen. I know he ain't passed Jerry Rice in receiving yards, touchdowns. I understand that. Catches, I understand that. But look, I'm happy Randy Moss was on the Vikings. But imagine Randy Moss being on the Patriots for his whole career with Tom Brady. Just imagine. I guarantee you, all the records will be broken. All the Jerry Rice records that the receiving yards, touchdowns, all that, catches, all of them will be broken, bro. Tom Brady, as much as I love Culpepper, that's my guy. Tom Brady, late in his career. Randy Moss, late in his career. Late prime. And they was breaking records, y'all. Do y'all remember that year when they went to the Super Bowl and they lost to the Giants? Y'all remember that year? That was the most amazing offense I probably ever seen, to be honest with you. Keep it real. Randy Moss was amazing. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. Y'all must have forgot who this guy was. Y'all forgot who Randy Moss, how great Randy Moss was. Because he went to the Raiders. He was with the Raiders. Before he went to the Raiders, he went to the Pats, the Patriots. So people forgot about how good Randy Moss was. Like, y'all, that's why I be like, yo, I understand. Jerry Rice is the guy. I'm not hating on Jerry Rice. So I don't want people thinking, oh, Mike, you hating on the GOAT at wide. No, I'm not. I'm just giving you my honest opinion. That's all I can give you is my honest opinion. If Randy Moss was on the Patriots his whole career with Tom Brady, oh my goodness. You think 7 Super Bowls is a lot, right? We just trying to get 1 in Minnesota. Oh my gosh. I don't want to say he would have had 10. He probably would have had 10 Super Bowls, bro. I'm just keeping it real. He would have probably had 10 Super Bowls. There is no need to pass Jerry. I've seen the greatest have a shot and fall short miserably. Kelsey is the latest effort. Oh, good morning, brother. Yeah. I agree with you, but I just feel like Randy Moss could have definitely done it. In my opinion, I think he could have. Would he have done it? That's another story. But I think he had an honest chance. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. An honest chance. That's just all I'm going to say about that. Vibes, Skull Mafia will be driving right past you for school. Are you serious? Oh, yeah, Skull Mafia. Oh, yeah, because he's coming from New York. But, yeah, I'm flying, bro. I'm flying. I can't. Look, I don't like flying, but I can't. I mean, I could be in the car, but I actually don't plan on going by myself. I actually plan on taking my wife with me because I want her, you know what I mean? I want her to go to a game with me. I want to make those memories with my wife, go to a game, go to Skofest, go to the Mall of America. So, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to be too much, you know what I mean? So I just probably going to take a flight. But do I want to take a flight? No. Heck no. I can't stand planes. My bad, y'all. It's my phone ringing. I can't stand planes. Skull to the bowl. Skull. Would you take Tom over JJ for a season? Tom Brady you talking about? You talking about the Tom Brady of the Patriot days? If you talking about those, yeah, heck yeah. Yeah, I'll take Tom Brady over JJ. If you talking about the Patriot days of Tom Brady, heck yeah. I'm not going to sit here and cap. Heck yeah. And like I said, the only one quarterback I'm choosing over J.J. McCarthy, if I had to make a trade, is Patrick Mahomes that's playing right now. That's it. Because you got to think of it like this. If you had a Patrick Mahomes contract, you're probably not going to be able to sign half the players you signed already, bro. So you got to have a quarterback that's great enough to cover up a lot of deficiencies, and he's great enough to do that. Imagine him and Patrick Mahomes and Justin Jefferson, bro. Oh my goodness. To catch at least 12 years straight and at least 7 of those. Yeah. Does just pass Jerry Rice? I don't know. If he stays healthy, I don't want to say it because that's a lot of pressure, but he did something that Jerry Rice has never done though. Jets. Justin Jefferson, his first, 4th season, I believe, he's been in the NFL. When he get drafted. So this is his 5th season coming up, right? I think he got drafted in 2020, right? Gosh. But since he's been in the NFL, he has over 1,000 receiving yards in every year since he's been playing. Jerry Rice didn't do that in his first 4 years. I think his first year, his rookie season, he was probably like 50 yards short of that or something like that. But after that, it was just like, doesn't even matter. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. Randy would have need Brady for those years, and yes, it would have been broke. I think it would have been broken. I don't know if people remember those years with Tom Brady. And look, I'm a Culpepper guy, but Culpepper, I'm a realist. Culpepper ain't no Tom Brady. I'm in the car right now. I'm about to get off this live. I'm just vibing with y'all. But have a wonderful day, y'all. I'm about to get off this live. Like I said, I will be live for the NFL draft. I will be live for every Minnesota Viking game this upcoming season. So if you're any fan base and you liking the vibes, consider subscribing. Have a wonderful day. You know what I'm saying? Have a wonderful day. Be safe out here because things is crazy out here. And as always, God bless and be easy, all right? Peace out, y'all. Peace.